The midterms are here. Which party will win? Recently, people on TV said, looks like Democrats will win the House.
There is a blue wave going on right now, and I think it's the House is in play.
I'm optimistic. I believe that we will hold the House.
We will hold the House by winning more seats.
More seats? Want to bet? When those predictions were made, people who do bet on elections thought Republicans had more than a 70% chance of winning back the House. So whom should we trust? We got the people who bet, the experts on TV, polls, and there are lots of them, and finally, professional election forecasters. Among the forecasters, 538 has the best track record. As I record this, it says Democrats are slightly favored to win the Senate. The Economist agrees. Democrats will keep their majority. But the people who bet say otherwise. And I believe the people who bet. At the moment, they think Republicans are solid favorites to win the Senate and even more likely to win the House. I get those numbers from my site, electionbettingodds.com. I don't make bets. We just convert data from betting sites around the world and average it together to produce the single best estimate in percentages that are easy for simple people like me to understand. Now, the bettors don't get everything right.
America will be greater than ever.
A week before Election Day, Hillary was a big favorite at 75%. On election night, the betting began reversing before 9 p.m. While on TV, they were still saying things like,
it looks like Donald Trump is more likely than not to lose.
The betting markets had already switched to Trump. Only hours after the betting switched did the media finally realize
Donald Trump wins the presidency.
The bettors are usually right. Last election, they predicted Biden's win and called nearly every state correctly. Over time, betting has been a better predictor than polls, pundits, statistical models, and everything else. ElectionBettingOdds.com tracked hundreds of races. It does turn out that when bettors think a candidate has a 63% chance, those candidates do win about 63% of the time. Bettors do better than the media's prediction models and polls because bettors consider things that polls and models often miss. In 2016, polls had Clinton way ahead because they overlooked people without college degrees. And of course, some voters just don't tell poll takers the truth.
If we would have believed the polls, nobody would have voted.
Who knows what mistakes the pollsters and pundits are making now?
Democrats with 48% support among likely voters.
Why does anyone even listen to those people? Election after election, they get a lot wrong, and they get it late. Year after year, the most reliable predictors are people who bet on future events, people who put their money where their mouths are. Maybe you want to do that. As I said, most of the betting markets are overseas. That's because narrow-minded American politicians, for no good reason, outlawed betting on elections. However, the government did make an exception for this site, predictit.org. Here, Americans can bet up to $850. There are all kinds of wagers you can make. Which party will win Pennsylvania's Senate race? Arizona's gubernatorial race? Will Kamala Harris be president? If you think you're smarter than the so-called experts, here's your chance to show it.
It literally pays to be right.
In 2016, these people had a betting party at this bar.
He was at 23 earlier today. I'm a junkie, political junkie, so I love it.
If you think today's predictions are wrong, you can join predictit.com, bet, and you'll make money if you're right. On election night, I won't watch these blabbermouths on TV. I'll just grab my phone and watch electionbettingodds.com. I know I'll get the truth here first. And here at Stossel TV, we'll keep watching to see which of those predictions are right, and we'll guide you to the good and away from the BS.